Good afternoon. I'm Scott Weeks with Recluse Cigar Company, and I'd like to welcome you to the Great Smoke, South Florida's premier cigar smoking event. Today I want to tell you about Recluse cigars. Hopefully you've had one. All of the different smoke-ins carry Recluse cigars. And I want to tell you a couple things that separate our factory from just about any other factory in the world. Our factory is called Tabacalera Leyendas Cubanas, or TLC for short. And there's two things that separate us from most other factories. One is first of all, every leaf of tobacco in the world has ammonia in it, and you got to bring that ammonia out. How you do that's in the fermentation process. Now the standard modus operandi for fermentation is anywhere from 1 to 3 months. We're the only factory in the world that every single leaf in every single Recluse cigar that we make is fermented for 2 years. Now what that means to you is that you get all the flavor of the blend, but you get the smoothest, cleanest delivery of that flavor of any cigar you'll ever smoke in your entire life. Now the second thing is that there's two ways to roll cigars. One is by taking the filler leaf and folding it back and forth. That's called the accordion fold or bunching. You fold the filler leaves back and forth, you bunch them, then you put a binder around it, and then you put it in the press. Now what we do and what the Cubans do is a process called entubado or entubar. What that is instead of folding, you're taking each filler leaf by hand and you're rolling them individually. Then you pull those three rolls together and then you put the binder leaf around it. And what that does is that creates air channels in the cigar. So it's a pain in the neck. It cuts our production down by 30%. We can't roll as many cigars as everybody else. But every single cigar that you smoke that's got the Recluse name on it is guaranteed to have an effortless draw every single time that you smoke it. Now, our first release is called the OTG. That was a cigar we released in late 2011, early 2012, and OTG stands for Off the Grid. OTG is a Brazilian Maduro called Cubra. And Cubra is a special seed strain of Brazilian Maduro that has more flavor than a regular Brazilian Maduro, and it's smoother. And then the filler is Dominican Ligero, Viso, and Seco, all fighting on the 50-yard line for the battle of flavor. And the genius of it is none of them win. It's an extremely flavorful cigar that's very, very smooth. Now, our release for 2013 is called the Recluse Draconian. Now, the Recluse Draconian is an Ecuadorian Maduro, and this is where it gets sexy. Okay, we put 4 leaves in the Recluse Draconian instead of the usual 3, but the blend is very eclectic. We use a Braziago as leaf number 1, which is a Brazilian Dominican hybrid. It's very juicy and very, very smooth leaf. Blend number 2 is Piloto Cabano. That's an extremely difficult leaf to grow, but when you grow it successfully, you get the greatest flavor out of just about any leaf you'll ever put in a cigar. Then leaf number 3 is very top prime Dominican Ligero, and leaf number 4 is a leaf that we cultivated. It's called Iconic Ligero, after the company, Iconic Leaf Cigar. And what it does is that leaf stimulates the saliva gland. When you smoke a Recluse Draconian, you never get thirsty because it stimulates that saliva gland and it enhances the overall flavor of the cigar. Now, then we come to the Recluse Amadeus. Now, the Amadeus is a Ecuadorian grade A shade-grown wrapper. Now, what that grade A means is every year the farmers, they grade their leaf A through F, and that's how they price it. And A is considered perfect and without flaw. Now, this is not your normal shade-grown cigar for a couple of reasons. One is that it's box pressed. You'll see very few shade-grown cigars that are box pressed because the wrapper is really sensitive and it'll pop. Once the cigar is pressed and it starts to change its shape a little bit, it pops the wrapper. So what we did was we developed a 4-stage pressing process to bring this cigar into the shape without breaking that very sought-after wrapper. Now the second thing is that this blend on this cigar is different than most shade-grown cigars. This cigar, like I said, is Ecuadorian shade. Then the binder is MBC, which is a special proprietary binder that we use that's critical to the burn of the cigar. Then the filler is Dominican Ligero, Viso, and Seco, and then it has Pennsylvania broadleaf in it to juice up the flavor. Now this cigar is phenomenal. The way that we blend our cigars, okay, is we blend all of our cigars to have maximum flavor, but with incredible smoothness, and that's where the fermentation comes in. So any cigar that you smoke that's got Recluse on it, whether it be the OTG, the Draconian, or the Amadeus, you're going to get lots and lots of flavor out of those cigars, and they're very, very smooth at the same time. Now, there's a couple things I want to introduce you to. One is a cigar that we invented. A lot of you may have seen it previously at the Great Smoke. What this cigar is called the Sidewinder. And what it does is it's box pressed on the sides, it's side pressed. And then the front and the back are roundish. Now then the top, the way that we designed it is that you squeeze the top, the cap pops open, and because it's rolled in that intubado method, you just pull that flap off and it's ready to smoke right off the bat because of the intubado roll. Now the second cigar that we invented is called the Canu. And the Canu has a square press, and the reason why we use that is because it makes the cigar burn slower and burn cooler. And then we combine that with the functionality of a Perfecto, where the wrapper to filler composition changes as you smoke it. So this cigar goes through 6 flavor profile changes from start to finish, 3 up and 3 down. This cigar is a Picasso, okay? Now, what we did was we took those 2 special cigars and we put them in a special edition set. Now, I said special edition, not limited edition, because we don't make cigars people can't buy. Now what we did was we took the Sidewinder, which we normally make in 2 blends, but we put it in all 3 blends in this ELF pack. And ELF stands for 8-legged free. And what it is you get all 3 blends, the OTG, the Draconian, and the Amadeus, in all 3 sizes, the 5x57, 6x57, and 7x57, and normal retail is $8, $9, and $10 on those cigars, respectively. Now, the only way to get it in all 3 blends is in this set, which normally retails for $85. Then we come to the Canu. Now the Canu we make in 1 blend, and that's the OTG. But in this set, you can get it in all 3 blends, in all 3 sizes. And this set retails for $99. Now for the Great Smoke, this is what we're doing today. While you're here, come up to the booth, you buy any box of Recluse cigars that's a Robusto size or bigger, and you will get one of these ELF Pack Connoisseur Series free. Now that's a $85 to $100 value free for buying any box of Recluse cigars. That's the best deal you're ever going to get in your life, and that's a Great Smoke one-off deal. So I hope you enjoy the event today. Please come up to the booth and say hello. We look forward to seeing you, and happy smokes.